Numbers 29. You are to hold a sacred assembly in the 7th month on the 1st day of the month, and you are not to do any daily work. This will be a day of joyful shouting for you, for blowing trumpets. Numbers 29. You are to hold a sacred assembly on the 10th day of this 7th month, and practice self-denial. You must not do any work. Leviticus 23. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, on exactly the 10th day of this 7th month is the Day of Atonement. It shall be a holy assembly for you, and you shall humble your souls and present an offering by fire to the Lord. You shall not do any work on this same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make atonement on your behalf before the Lord your God. Exodus 30. Once a year, Aaron is to perform the purification rite to make atonement on the horns of the altar. Throughout your generations, he is to perform the purification rite to make atonement for it once a year, with the blood of the sin offering for atonement. The altar is especially holy to the Lord. Psalm 40. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he turned to me and heard my cry for help. He brought me up from a desolate pit, out of the muddy clay, and set my feet on a rock, making my steps secure. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. You do not desire blood sacrifice and offering. You open my ears to listen. You have not required a whole burnt offering or a sin offering. Then I said, behold, I come. It is written about me in the scroll of the book. I delight to do your will, my God. Your law is within my heart. I did not hide your righteousness within my heart. I declared your faithfulness and your salvation. I did not conceal your constant love and your truth from the great assembly. Let all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. Let those who love your salvation say continually, "The Lord be magnified." Since I am afflicted and needy, let the Lord be mindful of me. You are my help and my deliverer. Do not delay, O my God. Isaiah 53. Who has believed our message? And to whom has the powerful arm of the Lord been revealed? He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows, acquainted with deepest grief. We turned our backs on him and looked the other way. He was despised, and we did not value him. But he was pierced because of our transgressions, crushed because of our iniquities. Punishment for our peace was on him, and we are healed by his wounds. We all, like sheep, have gone astray. We all have turned to our own way. Yet the Lord has caused the iniquity, sins of us all to fall on him. As a result of the anguish of his soul, he will see all that is accomplished and be satisfied. By his knowledge, the righteous one, my servant, will justify many, and he will carry their iniquities. Therefore, I will allot him a portion with the great, and he will divide the spoils with the mighty, because he poured out himself to death, and was counted among the transgressors. Yet he himself bore the sin of many, and interceded for the transgressors. Isaiah 59. Indeed, the Lord's hand is not too short to save, and his ear is not too deaf to hear. A Redeemer will come to Zion, and to those in Jacob who turn from transgression, declares the Lord. Jeremiah 31. Behold, days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not like the covenant which I made with their fathers in the day I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, my covenant which they broke, although I was a husband to them, declares the Lord. But this is the covenant which I will make with the house of Israel after those days, declares the Lord. I will put my law within them, and on their heart I will write it, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. No longer will one teach his neighbor or his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they will all know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, declares the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity and their sin I will remember no more. Hebrews 2. Therefore, he had to be made like his brethren in all things, so that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make propitiation, atonement, sacrifice for the sins of the people. Romans 11. I say then, they did not stumble so as to fall, did they? May it never be. But by their transgression, salvation has come to the Gentiles, to make Israel jealous. Now, if their transgression brings riches for the world, and their failure riches for the Gentiles, how much more will their full number bring? But I am speaking to you who are Gentiles, inasmuch then as I am an apostle of Gentiles. I magnify my ministry if somehow I might move to jealousy my fellow countrymen and save some of them. For I do not want you, brethren, to be uninformed of this mystery, so that you will not feel wise in your own opinion, that some of the people of Israel have hard hearts. But this will only last until the full number of the Gentiles has come in. And in this way all Israel will be saved, just as it is written, the deliverer will come from Zion. He will remove godlessness from Jacob. And this will be my covenant with them when I take away their sins. Hebrews 2. Therefore, he had to be made like his brethren in all things, so that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make propitiation, atonement, sacrifice for the sins of the people.